Yo, what is going on? I'm back, and this is my first Madden video I'm getting up for you guys. I apologize it's taking me so long. I had a problem with my external trying to transfer it over from my laptop to my computer. But so anyway, so everyone that I know who's got their 6 hours, they went and jumped right into whatever mode was their go-to mode, either the head-to-heads or the MUT or the connected franchise. For me, I love MUT. I'll probably do connected franchise this year. Hell, I may even get a online connected franchise and just see how that plays out. Or everyone does the head-to-head, especially for for those guys that are really into that. But for me, the first thing I always like to do, especially when a new Madden comes out, is go to the skills trainer. I know that sounds like dumb, especially like a lot of guys are suggesting not to do that to maximize your time with the EA Access 6 hours. But for me, I wanted to learn the new game mechanics and everything that they added into it. And I will say it may have been because my default settings for some reason had everything off and to include the ball hawk and everything. But when I got into the drill, I figured it'd be on. I don't know why they were set to off, no clue. And I couldn't find the settings for the tackling cone and the kicking arch that you definitely see in the kicking and punting tutorials that they have in the game. But so anyway, so I don't know if it was because those were off, why I didn't get like a pick right there, but I just felt like they definitely feels like they lowered the radius for the ball hawk, especially depending on the guys that you're playing with, because like the Cowboys don't really have the best secondary, so they're not really ball hawks out there. I guess if maybe you play with Seattle, you'll be getting picked all the time, but that's not my style. I really don't grab the best team, but there are certain guys I definitely will try and get MUT, like Eric Berry and all that. But so anyway, so the other drill I always try and do is I always try and get into a passing excuse me, a passing one, just to see how the defense reacts and how some of the routes are run. Sad thing about the skills trainer is you can't pick out hot routes and stuff like that, so you just got to run the routes that they give you. And this year they did every single one of the coverages is in the skills trainer, to try and essentially pick it apart. Now there's always going to be ones that are better for different people and their play style, whatever, but it does show you the weak points in them, like the zones. It'll show you where you got to try and get the ball and what receivers are going to be running through and just where to place it. And the same thing with the mans and the all-out blitzes. They show you how to essentially beat them. But so I'm just doing the cover one because it was the first one up in the thing, and it wasn't too bad. I mean, all of them, you just try and get down the field and get 3 touchdowns, and it does definitely depend on the team you pick, because like I think on the other ones I went and grabbed the Niners, and it was so much easier. Like not that this is hard, but it was just like their receivers were really great. You could actually especially in the passing ones, you think that if you took it out the pocket with a quarterback and ran with it, they wouldn't count that play, but they counted it. So like you could just run all day with Colin Kaepernick and complete these, even though they're a passing tutorial. I wouldn't recommend it because you don't really learn anything from it, but you can do that to complete them. And just getting bronze is all you really want. I mean, I didn't see anything where golds give you anything, maybe an achievement, I don't know. I really didn't look into it. I just wanted to get in, knock those 2 out, and then get into MUT, at least setting up the team or whatever. And I know I play a lot of zone defense. I only throw a man in there once in a while, just kind of change things up. But I did find that I liked having pass rush and run stuff stacked together when I got my MUT team finally up there. And it was just for the extra block shed. It just seemed like they stacked, and it worked out well. So I start off with run stuff because I think tackling is a better secondary trait, or better trait to go with block shedding than pursuit. I heard they changed up the pursuit angles and stuff, so it should be a lot better in the game, so I'm not really too worried about the pursuit angles. So I may end up going like run stuff and zone D or whatever. I usually don't do a lot of the offensive stuff because I feel like you can just build your team around to get however your play style is, whether you run the ball or whether you just pick people apart in the passing game. But so anyway, they have these nice objectives, laid out, and it's all right. I mean, there's nothing. They're essentially stuff you're gonna do anyway in the game. So it's nothing like too extravagant. So you just gotta go in, you buy your welcome pack, and your welcome pack has a couple things in it. One of them that are always going to be in the welcome packs is you're going to get a Vince Lombardi trophy. It's going to be like one of the first things that you open, like it is here for me, and it goes to essentially the first collection you're going to complete, because you do this and then you beat your first solo challenge, and that completes your collection. It'll give you some other card to throw into your set. And I like how they have the sets done up. They got rid of the penny collection and the reserve and your active roster. You just got one item binder, which is great. So you can just go through and set people up and search cards and everything. So it's all in one place. So it's nice. You just got to get used to the look of it. At least from my point of view, it's no longer that rack and stack like they used to do for the active roster. And you don't search first. You just kind of go in and the search is on the left. I don't use it here in this video. I actually haven't really used it. I didn't use it my whole time, my 6 hours. But the setting up your best lineup thing was great, especially like in the beginning, because I don't feel like searching for like each card like to go and place them where just one button click and you get your best team, either based on your run stuff or based on your the highest overalls in each position. Excuse me. But I mean, people are still going to take people and put them out of position, especially if they want to throw some linebackers on their D line or what have you. But some things I always make sure is I got a decent kicker, and I guess Randy Bullock is all right. 90 kick power, that seems to be like the going kick power that everyone seems to be getting with their kickers. I haven't seen anything honestly above that. I've seen below it, but I haven't seen anything above 90 so far, which is kind of nice, because now you won't have guys at least kicking like a 65 yarder right before half, or more than 65. But another thing I always do is I always make sure in my I like speed backs, and I mean that's most people, but my returners, I always make sure I got either my fastest guy or just guys that are still fast but hard to bring down, like Pat Pete. He's fast and he's really hard to bring down, at least returner wise. Last year I was really big on using DRC back there, the elite combine warrior one of him, and so I'll be trying to get another one of those if they have that collection come up, or if I can get like a road to playoff or a gold one of him or something. But right now, guy ended up going with his Jeff Demps 93 speed. To me that's got to be one of the that's definitely the fastest guy on my team. So all I got to do is catch the edge, and hopefully on some of these punts, and I can actually maybe bring him back. And plus, I after playing against a computer, at least, I did like the returning. The back juke is still pretty good. Just to let you guys know, it's not the best thing. It's not like overpowered like it was in Xbox One last year for the Madden 25, but it's definitely really good still this year. The jukes are still good. Spins are a lot better. I haven't really trucked anyone because I don't really got anyone to truck with on the team. But so this is the item binder. Really nice laid out, and the thing I really like to see is I don't see a limitation on what I could put in my item binder. Maybe there is, and maybe once you hit it, it'll let you know. But as of right now, I don't see the 1,000 limitation they had on your reserves. So definitely a thumbs up to that, because I hated that limitation, because I definitely had times where I had to go dump cards that were in my reserves. I should have done it anyway, but I just like having a bunch of cards, especially when they come out with these sets towards the end of the year that you're going to need, like, I don't know, the bronze TJ Yates, and you're like, damn it, I've had that card 12 times and I've already gotten rid of it. But so anyway, so that's the layout. My next video I'll probably throw up probably the 2 or 3 gameplays I got, just versus computer or whatever, and the I think like 3 pack openings I got, just to show you guys what I was able to pull. But that's it for me. Like the video if you liked it. Comment down below with what you guys found in if you did the EA access or you got the game or whatever, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I'm out. Deuces.